Alright, you guys, I said I'll share the story with you. I said after, let's go ahead and just start sharing. Alright, here you go. I'm pretty sure if you went through all my videos, which you would have to, I explained when I was little where I was from. I explained how we got here. I explained how we ended up staying here. And I also explained between my mom, between my dad, between the beatings, between the abuse, and when it finally stopped. And that's through all the rest of the videos. First two, I believe, are the first three videos I made. And we're gonna go ahead and start from there. So the being stopped. Like I said, I was in, well, I didn't say it yet. I was always in special classes, LDL, so pretty much thought I was always stupid because I was in special classes my whole life. Joined a gang when I was actually 13, then another gang, then another gang. So, you know how the gang life goes. If you've been in the gang or if not, you fight, you loyalty, they show you love. And I said in one of the videos, I think I did say I was. And that's all I cared about was love. It wasn't love in my house. I loved my sister though, protected her a lot. I loved my brother, protected him a lot. So yeah, a lot of fights there too to protect them. So started drinking, you know, Coke 45 at that age. Gang, that's what gangs were doing then. I wasn't a marijuana person, hated it, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'll tell you why. I smoked one time, and it felt like I wasn't ever gonna get home, even though my house was 2 minutes away. It felt like hours, and I did not want to feel that again. I tried it I tried it a couple times, probably maybe about 8, 9 times. And the last time I tried it, we were driving Coconut Grove, and you know the road goes uphill, and I didn't know it was a hill. I thought it was a brick wall. So I'm sitting in the back, my friend is in the front, Richard, George is driving, and they're going fast, and I'm like, man, don't they see that wall? I'm like, don't you see that wall? They're looking at me like, what's wrong with this guy? I'm like, these guys got it, they're effing with me, you know? That's what I thought. Like, that is getting kind of close. I'm starting to sweat. I'm stepping on the brakes in the back seat, you know, just stepping on the brakes, trying to stop the car with my foot. There ain't no brakes and no back seats. You guys do know that. But I thought there was. That's how bad I wanted the car to stop. And as soon as he got towards the hill, to me, like I said, it looked like a straight wall. I screamed like hell. They looked back, turned around to check on me. Are you okay? I got up. I'm like, what happened to the wall? I looked back. That's when I said, I ain't smoking no more weed. That's it for me. I think it probably took like one hit because back then it was called regs. We did not have what you guys have now. Anyways, I think that's when what you guys have now came out. So that messed me up, which was a good thing. I wasn't drinking at that time. I was just against drugs. I was against a lot of things. I looked down at a lot of people, looked down at a lot of addicts. Worked, I started my first job at 13, and I wanted a daughter. Not a daughter, I wanted a kid. Reason I wanted a kid, I could care less about was with the girl. I just wanted a kid. I wanted something for me to take care of, something to love me back. So it ended up happening. Met this girl, Nicole. yeah, met her. We had a kid, very young. I think I was like 16 or 17, very young. Um, and Nicole was very young too. She was like 15 or something like that. And yeah, we had our kid, and it was the best thing in the world. And my mom was very happy. She was very happy. It's like I couldn't even take my kid away from her. And like I said, don't judge my mom. I love my mom to death. I'll get to the rest of that. Even though the abuse and the beating of my dad, like I said, you don't know what she went through. I don't even know what she went through, but I know she went through something. My dad was not home for days, weeks, disappears. He was hardly home. That's probably why I love seeing him when he came home, because he was hardly home. The kid always likes the parents that's hardly home the most. Or at least in my condition, my situation. And yeah, we had a kid, whatever, Alexia. I was, man, I just couldn't put her down. I was going to protect that kid my whole life. Had a nice car, Oldsmobile Cutlass with rims, and candy apple crush interior. Yeah. Not I wasn't a pimp, but.
What's the matter, girl? Hey, what are you doing?
Sorry, my dogs. They're over there. Oh, you can't. Oh, you can probably see them a little bit, but whatever. Let's get back to the story. Yeah, I had my own cars, bought them myself. And sometimes my dad helped me out. Bought my own clothes. Started buying my own clothes when I was like 14 years old. They didn't have to buy me clothes. Did not know what Nike shoes were. I went with school with Payless stuff. Went to school, non-name brand things. And then I got my first Patrick Ewins. I think I was, actually no, I started buying my stuff when I was 14. I got my first Patrick Ewins at 14. I was in middle school, yes, 14 years old, I was in middle school. I think I started school late. No, I failed. I was always in the principal's office. I explained that to you guys. So you got to go back and listen to the videos. Don't try to cheat. Then you'll understand what I'm saying. And so whatever, got my kid. Then I started doing 2 jobs. At that time, I was only getting paid like $2.25 an hour. And then the minimum wage well, when I was 14, it was like 13 is when I started my job. I was getting paid like $2.25 an hour, $2.15 an hour, something like that. So that $40 check a week was lovely. $35 a week was lovely. Then it went up to $60 a week because the pay went up to like 3 something. Then it went up to 4 something. Then it went up to 5 something. And that's when it stopped for a while. And I was just happy with the pay I got. Then I got another job. I was doing valet parking, Benihana's, still there on 71st Street or whatever street that is on Miami Beach. And I did 2 jobs. Benihana was part-time. And I left the first job that I got, which was a shopping, like a Publix or whatever, called Bell Harbor Fine Foods. It's not there anymore. The boss treated me real good. I was always a good worker, that's for sure. And any job I worked, I was always a good worker. Tried to do my best, 100%. Then I worked in the golf course, Normandy Shores Golf Course, and I worked there. So I did the valet and I did Benihana's, and then I got another job. 3 jobs now, 2 part-times and this one. And so I'll go home, maybe sleep for 3 hours, go home, and yeah, it was kind of suck. We're in an abusive relationship on both sides. It's a very abusive relationship. It didn't started with her mom. Her mom was very abusive. They used me. I gave them money. You know, they threatened to take my daughter away because for no reason if I didn't give them money. So I gave them money, whatever. As long as I gave them money, her parents were addicts. You know, like I said, gave them money, whatever. It was cool when I gave them money. Then after, my daughter wasn't missing, and then Nicole wasn't missing. She would literally take her and my daughter, and so she got what she wanted. And she would beat her daughter up and stuff like that. And then that physical fight came to our house, and